And we are live. What's going on, everyone? I am here with a new face to the channel. I'm very excited to show off Danielle from No More Late Fees. Danielle, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Of course, absolutely. We were speaking a little bit backstage. For everyone who watches my channel, I like to do weekly live streams and find new channels that I have loved their content and just be able to collab, bring audiences together and stuff like that. And I'm really excited to learn more about your YouTube journey and just we learn back and forth about each other. So
cool.
We've got my buddy, I appreciate it, Luke Ponto 1153 saying, "What's up, everyone? Hope all is well." Luke, I really appreciate you joining tonight. We've got Jason saying, "Hi, Adam and Danielle. Hope all is good. No complaints here." And Soulless Trenchcoat saying, "Hey, what's up?" We've got Jason again saying, "Shouting out Mr. Luke Ponto." So for those who do not know, Danielle is one half of the No More Late Fees YouTube channel and podcast. So just from going back on your channel, you guys have been doing this for about like 4 years or so. If you wanted to break down what made you start the podcast and channel, and then obviously Blockbuster, which we all know brought you together. So what was it like working there? What made you join forces again to start the channel? And
yeah. So we just started our 6th year. So in April was our anniversary of 5 years, and we missed the boat. Like, during 2020, everyone was started their podcast.
Yep.
So we came a year later. So like in 2021, Jackie was on a road trip with her husband, and we were just talking. We've been best friends since we were like 15. So
that's amazing. Awesome.
Yeah, we met in high school, and we were just talking, and we're like, yeah, we could do a podcast. we should talk about, like, first it started, we were talking about like some of the teen movies from that time period. And then it just, what I love about our relationship is like that we're both pulling each other to expand and think outside of the box. And so I was thinking that, and Jackie was like, no, we should just like make it during like the 90s and 2000s and, all the different movies, which is great because we've had so much fun doing movies that are like the quintessential like girly movies, but then we've done crazy movies that like, I don't know if you ever heard of a movie called Killjoy. It's like it's a horror movie. It's a very, very low budget Black horror film, and about a killer clown. It's one of our guests introduced us to it, and I was like, I would have never, like, even on the shelves of Blockbusters in the years that we worked there, I'd never seen this movie in my life. And so we get to do like really deep cuts every now and again, which is really fun. So obviously it's very based on Blockbuster. So Jackie and I worked at Blockbuster. Jackie started, I think, at the end of high school. Through our college years, we both worked there. And so we knew we wanted to be able to talk about that time. And we really wanted that sweet spot to be from like our high school years and our college years. So we cover movies from 1995 to 2005. So that's been really, really fun. And we made like our logo look like a ticket, like on Blockbuster. And
you have a great logo. It's awesome. Even using it for the thumbnail with the pinks and the the ticket, and then it has
the static in the background is
static too. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
So it's been really cool because when we were thinking about what should we call the podcast, right? So we're thinking of everything Blockbuster. We were researching, and then we finally came up with No More Late Fees, which was like a really fun play. It's literally what killed Blockbuster, essentially.
That's true. Yes.
And it was perfect. We were so shocked that nobody else had that name for a podcast. We didn't know who was going to listen. We started our very first episode. We launched on Rex Manning Day. We love Empire Records.
Love Empire
Records. So that was our very first episode. And it's been amazing. Like, honestly, it's been an amazing journey. I will say, if anybody wants to start a podcast, you just have to be resilient, and longevity is very difficult. Most podcasts don't make it to 10 episodes. I think gosh, I think we're almost at 400 episodes now.
Oh my
Like,
goodness! Wow,
yeah.
400.
So, yeah, but some of them are like mini episodes. So every
Mhm.
time we do an episode with a guest, we'll interview a guest and have that be a bonus episode. We'll play games and stuff, and then we'll do a movie. So we've had like, we'll do like 2 episodes a week sometimes. Or if we're doing an episode by ourselves, we've been very lucky to interview directors, producers, actors from the movies that we talk about. And like we had the costume designer from Clueless on the show last year. The producer who was behind 200 Cigarettes, the director of 200 Cigarettes. We just had Derek Barry, who like all those pop-ups that are happening now, like the Barbie Cafe, Golden Girls Kitchen, all that stuff. The Good Burger. We went to the movies.
Mhm.
Moby, is it movies? Movies. Pop up from Jay and Silent Bob stuff.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, that was really cool. So we went to the pop up and then we got to interview him years later, which was like really cool. So
Uh-huh. I'll have to check that one out. I'm from New Jersey, so where Kevin Smith is the same state as Kevin Smith, I'll say. And I just recently did a video a month or so ago where I went to the original Quick Stop from Clerks.
oh, so
That was
cool.
yeah, that was awesome. It looks a lot bigger on screen. It's
Yeah.
really cool to see, but it was really cool to see in real life. And then he also in a town or so away from that has a comic book store in Redmond
Yeah.
that I went to as well and did a video on. So that was awesome to see in person. Um,
Jackie loves Kevin Smith so much. So like our ultimate goal, we have 2 people that we like will be like good to go to heaven after, which will
yes.
be Kevin Smith and Matthew Lillard. I think
Oh
we've
yes.
we've covered more Matthew Lillard movies than any other actor on the show so far.
Love me some Matthew Lillard. I've been to a bunch of conventions, but he's one I haven't. He hasn't come to a convention I've been at yet, but I go to a bunch. I go to like 5, 6, maybe 7 a year, and I
Oh
haven't been able
wow.
to meet him. But I've always seen videos. He's super nice. His lines are so long. He always takes time with his guests and everything, and so I would love to meet him. But Jason says for you, Danielle, that's a lot of dedication. Hard work pays off. Absolutely. 400 episodes, 6 years. That's amazing. Um,
Thank you so much.
Speaking of your guests, I did see a video of you met. I can't remember her name, but she was in the gymnastics movie Stick It, which I love.
Oh
Um,
yes.
you interviewed
Nikki Suhu, yeah.
Nikki. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't the main actress, but one of the main actresses in the film.
Yes, yeah.
That is to me a quintessential I'm 30 years old. I was born in 1996,
Mhm.
and that's one of the quintessential 2000s films that, like, I don't know what to call it, right? Like, it's, it's not, didn't gross a garbage load of money. It probably doesn't have a great Rotten Tomato score or anything, but it means a lot to people that grew up with it.
Yeah.
Some of those films that sort of sneak under the radar, but that was a great episode for everyone to check out. But yeah, she had a
Yeah.
great interview, and that's awesome that you were able to get her on the podcast.
So, I think, like, those kind of movies we have, we call them pod pals, another podcast, their pod pals are called Movies That Raised Us, and I just feel like those are that's what I would classify those kind of movies that, like, we watched growing up. They weren't huge, like, blockbusters, but when you talk to anybody in your age range, like, they're like, "Yeah, definitely seen that," you know? And what I love about Stick It is that it was written by the same woman who wrote Bring It On.
Okay.
So, if you look at the themes of both movies, it's pretty, you could tell they're sister movies,
Mhm.
but it's so 2000s. It's such
Yes.
a 2000s movie. Um, the, so Nikki was our second guest ever, really. So the
Mhm.
first guest that we had was an actress named Tanya Ross. She had been on a show we watched growing up called Alex Mack, and then she was in a bunch of other movies, like the Babysitter's Club movie or whatever.
Mhm.
And I think in the beginning of the podcast, like we never envisioned having like guests. We never envisioned having celebrity guests either. We just kind of just went with it. I saw a chance, and I think we were posting about the Babysitters Club because we had covered it. And so she had commented, and I was like, "Hey, you want to be on the show?" And she said yes. And I was like, "Okay."
Amazing.
Um,
Yeah.
and so she came on the show, and it was really cool. She told behind the scene stories. Like, I kind of get the ick going back and watching some of our older stuff because I'm like, we didn't know. Like, my background is marketing. Jackie used to be a teacher, now she's in tech. So a lot of this stuff has been us learning on the fly, which has been
Mhm.
really cool.
Mhm.
So we had her, and then I had posted a video from about Stick It for the anniversary, and Nikki was in our comments. So again, I asked her if she wanted to be on the show. She said yes, and I was like, I don't know. I keep getting people to say yes in the comments, so I'm
Mhm.
like super happy. Um, but yeah, I think one of my favorite interviews was we got Nicole Bilderback to in the interview, and she was in Bring It On. And what I loved about it is that we got to give her flowers because, like, in the 90s, we didn't have a ton of Asian representation in movies or TV. And she was all over the place. She was in Clueless, she was in Bring It On, she was on like a lot of WB shows. So it was a really cool opportunity to like hear how she got into Hollywood and also just praise her for being that representation for so many young people, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Um, you were speaking on Alex Mack, and
Mhm.
I was trying to, I can't remember her name in person, but I used to love her. I'm sorry, I can't remember her real name.
Uh-huh.
But she was in one of my favorite films from the '90s was 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes,
So
Larissa Olenek, I think is her
okay.
name. Yeah.
Hmm. But Heath Ledger, obviously Julia Stiles, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's another one of those films that it could have been Disney or something. I know it was based on like a Shakespeare. I don't know much about Shakespeare, but it was one of those Shakespeare books
Is
or something.
Taming of the Shrew, a
Okay.
rendition of Taming of the Shrew.
Yep.
Yeah, that we so funny story. We've been doing it for so many episodes, and every episode we record, we never have a problem. I think the only episode we recorded that we had an issue was Independence Day. We almost lost that episode, but we were fine. We recorded an entire my birthday episode maybe 2 seasons ago was 10 Things I Hate About You. Did the whole
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Gone. Lost tapes.
No. Oh
Yeah.
man.
So I'm like, "Oh my god, we're gonna have to redo it,"
Uh-huh.
which I mean, I'm not mad at it. It couldn't be a better movie to have to redo because it's like you rewatch it, you love it, so it's not a big
Hmm.
deal. But I was like, damn, how did we, how did we lose that one?
Right. No, absolutely. We've got Soulless Trenchcoat saying 10 Things I Hate About You is great. Yeah, there's so many phenomenal moments of obviously Heath Ledger singing Can't Take My Eyes Off of You in the crowd or the bleachers or whatever you want to call it. They play paintball. There's so many like great rom-com tropes and moments and stuff. I really can't remember I haven't seen in a while, but what Joseph Gordon-Levitt's role was. I think he liked Larissa's character, right? Like he was trying to
Yeah.
date her or something. Yes. Okay.
So he paid Heath Ledger's character to date Kat Stratford,
Okay.
Julia Stiles' character, so
Mhm.
that he could date Bianca, which
Yeah.
was
Okay. Yeah.
Larissa's. And the funny story is that everyone thought that Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger were dating in real life at the time during that movie, but it was actually Joseph Gordon-Levitt that was dating her at the during
Really?
the filming of that movie. Yeah,
I didn't know that. Yeah.
yeah. So that cast was like so good. You had Andrew Keegan, you had a young Gabrielle Union. Funny enough, she was probably older than everyone on that cast. As that happened also when she was on Bring It On as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was that's classic right there.
No, absolutely. I think a little bit of a Saturn. Oh wait, we got Dave here. We got what's up, Dave, Collector Movie Man, saying, "Hey, Adam." He
Hi.
says, "Hey, no more late fees. I just subscribed to your channel." Oh, we appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
Little bit of a sadder note. I think you did a video also on Lilo and Stitch, which is have one of the best animated films of for me at least growing up, and then we just had the live action remake. I think it was literally just today. I was scrolling on Instagram, but the woman who voiced Lilo, and she was also in The Ring, she was also in Donnie Darko, had literally just passed away. I think she's very young. She's like 35, 36 or something.
Oh,
Um,
wow, really? I didn't know that. Oh,
I don't know
no.
all the facts, so if anyone wants to drop in the comments, but I think the voice of Lilo, and I actually don't know her name, so I apologize, guys. But
Mhm.
and she was in The Ring. She was Samara, the little girl in The Ring.
Yeah, yeah.
Passed away, which is just super sad. But I know you did a video on Lilo and Stitch as well, so I wanted to put that in together. Was that one of your favorite Disney movies growing up, or what made you do that one as well?
So funny enough, that is Jackie's all-time favorite Disney movie.
There
Like,
you go.
he
Okay.
has so much Stitch stuff. Like, I went to Thailand a few years ago, and I was like, what year is it? It was crazy. I think I went in 26 at the end of 2016, 2017, and we were just in the markets in Thailand, and there was so much Stitch stuff. Like, everything you could possibly think of, there was
Hmm.
Stitch stuff. So I was like having a hard time picking stuff for her that she didn't
Hmm.
maybe already have, but
Hmm.
she loves that movie, so we covered it maybe, I wanna say, our 1st or 2nd season. It was pretty
Hmm.
early on, and, it was because of Jackie.
Yes.
I very much like it, but not on the same level that she does.
Right. No, definitely. What would be your favorite? I'm a very big Disney guy. I have VHSs and everything of some of the classics and stuff. What would
Yeah.
be some of your favorite Disney films? Just off that doesn't need to be 90s or anything, but
Oh, man. Okay, so growing up, my very favorite Disney movie was Sleeping Beauty. I think I got sick really bad one day and my dad rented it, so I think I have just that attachment because of that. But later on in life, I mean, I love so many Disney properties, but I really love Meet the Robinsons, and I feel like not a lot of people have either seen it or appreciate it as much.
yeah, under the radar for sure.
Yeah, it's just I love adoption stories, found family stories, so yeah, that's one of my favorites for sure. For live action, gosh, there's so many. I love The Princess Diaries. I loved it growing up. That was definitely one of my favorites. I love a decom. That's a funny thing on the show. Like, Jackie didn't grow up watching decoms, so when we cover them, she doesn't have any
Nostalgia.
nostalgia. And so she's
You
like
throw on
looking at
you throw on Luck of the Irish, and she's like, What am I watching right now?" Like,
she is like taking it at face value, and I'm like, "Girl, these went double platinum in everybody else's house. You can't
yes,
hate on these."
yes,
We
absolutely.
we did Brink. Oh my god. She was like, "What is happening?" It's
Right.
like,
Some
Brink
of
did
the
not
worst
age
acting
well.
you'll see, and
Oh,
the only
man.
rollerblading film you'll ever watch. But that's amazing.
But I think probably I would say all-time favorite is all the Mighty Ducks movies. And we finally got to cover all of them because only one of them is in the 95 era, the rest
Mhm,
are earlier. I
mhm,
had to beg Jackie, and it was because 10 Things I Hate About You got lost
mhm,
that I was able to convince her to do all 3 movies, and I was
mhm.
so excited. So we got to cover them this year, so that was cool.
That's awesome. We've got Solar Trenchcoat saying, speaking about 10 Things I Hate About You, he gets the rich guy to pay Ledger to date Cat. Yes.
Right, Andrew Keegan, the
We've
actor
got
Keegan.
Jason saying Davy Chase, I believe, is the woman who voiced Lilo. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
appreciate that, Jason. We've got Soul Trenchcoat saying decoms are fun, absolutely, and then he says, "Oh God, Luck of the Irish." You know what other ones that come to mind? Do you remember a little bit later? But again, when I
Mhm.
was growing up, there was two Johnny Capahalas. There was one where he was like on a mountain board, and then the one where he was surfing or Johnny
Surfing, yeah.
Tsunami. Yes, those two were
So
good as
there's
well.
Johnny Tsunami came out first, and then there was a big gap between the sequel and I saw the actor's name, I think is Brandon. He was being interviewed about it. There's an account called Decade Days. They actually have a live event in Orlando. I think last year was the first year, or maybe the year before that. And they'll have like big 90s and 2000s people there. And he was there and they interviewed him and like asked him why there was such a gap. And there was just a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happened because it did really great in the ratings. I remember people were obsessed with the original first movie. So,
Oh
but
yeah.
I don't think the second one did as good.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of the my decom knowledge isn't as good as it was back then, but I believe the same character or the same actor from Luck of the Irish was also in Smart House. He's like the main
He sure
little
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it as well.
Ryan, oh gosh, what's his name? Let me find out what his name is. Ryan Smarthouse, because it will bother me if I can't. Merriman, yes.
Ryan okay.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the guy who played the mermaid in that movie. Because, like, I think when I was younger, I used to confuse the two of them. But yeah, Smart
Okay.
House. And funny enough,
Oh no. We lost Danielle. Let's see if she can get back in. Let me message her. I'll be back. We lost you. Okay. See if she can respond. See if she responds right back. We've got Soulless Trenchcoat saying, "Don't Look Under the Bed is a classic Scream Team. Oh, Scream Team is fun too. Also, remember those Xenon films. Wasn't Raven one of the we have to check that out. Raven, I think Xenon. Let's go Xenon. Don't Look Under. Let's see right here. Don't Look Under the Bed. I don't think I've seen this. Don't Look Under the Bed. And I'm shocked I haven't seen this. Is a classic stream. Let's see. We've got Aaron Chambers, Eric Ty Hodges, Robin Riker, Stephen Valentine, a Boogeyman, Imaginary Friend, Francis. This Halloween, whatever you do. Look, I'm sold. It's a Halloween movie. It's a kids movie. Love me some Halloween Town. Let's see. What else do I have here? Hocus Pocus. Geez, that's another one I was thinking of. We've got Ryan Merriman was in a lot. All right, let's see.
sorry.
What's up? No
Technical issues.
no problem. No problem whatsoever. Let's see. We had a Soulless Trenchcoat was saying, remember Xenon? Wasn't Raven the lead or second leader in the yes. Xenon was a great one.
So Raven was in the first Xenon movie and the third Xenon movie. She wasn't able to, she had like another filming commitment, so she couldn't do the second movie. So they replaced her with another actress who had been in multiple Disney movies. Color of Friendship is like her most popular one. And then people like obviously complained, but so Raven was able to come back in the third movie, just kind of like a cameo. She's just seen on like video as Nebula.
So, I didn't even know that there were three.
Yeah.
Like Bring It On that has like 6 films or something. I watched like the first 3, and then the one with Solange and Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
I watched those 3, and then I tuned out for however many more they made. But I did not know that they had 3 Xenons. That is amazing.
Yeah, Mona May, the costume designer behind Clueless, she did the costume designs for the second and the third movie. So it was really cool to hear like her talk about that. We also had the actor from Protozoa on there too, on the show.
Yes. Now, did she stop? I haven't seen that episode, but has she in Clueless. I'm assuming she did Stacey Dash, she did Brittany Murphy, she did all the hats and everything. That's a very, I mean, iconic. People still wear the, the plaid skirts and the yellows and everything. And there was like an Iggy Azalea music video 10 years ago or
Yep.
something where she cosplayed, for lack of a better term, the outfits and everything. That's awesome that she was able to, that you were able to interview her. And what was something, I guess, from that interview that you could let us know that you didn't know when you were watching the film before you asked her?
It was just really cool to hear like how she worked with the director Amy Heckerling. Like Amy gave a lot of insight of what she was looking for, but also like how much freedom Amy and the studio really gave her to come up with the costumes. And then just like her insights on each character and their personalities and why she did the plaid with Cher, and like she wanted it to be yellow because it really matched the character personality of being bright and sunshine. And so that was just really cool just to kind of see where she was. And then she talked about, like, we got to see some of the sketches from
That's
like
awesome.
when she put them together. So that was really, really cool. And what was also really cool is that there's she did Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Mhm.
So the costume designer of, I think, Josie and the Pussycats, I think, helped work on Romy and Michelle with Mona May. So you
Mhm.
kind of see that shown in those costumes in Josie and the Pussycats. Like it's just almost like a continuation, which was really cool. So yeah, just like hearing Mona's thought process and like getting to pick her brain, and it just, like, we could listen to her talk forever
Right.
about why she put these pieces together. But she was also talking about the studio system and how different things are now. Like the studio used to really put money into like the sets and the clothing. And I think that's why when we look at movies now, we're like, Devil Wears Prada 2, for example, people are complaining about the color. It's not just the grading of the color, it's the fact that when the first movie came out, there was so much more put into production. Like, you weren't just getting color on the screen from the grading, you were getting colors, pop-up colors from the books in the background or the clothes in the background and the sets. So, just hearing how vastly different things are now and how sad that is, it sucks.
Yeah, no, I agree, especially for a big budget film like Devil Wears Prada, like
Yeah.
not a lower budget film, but Clueless was it's one of those things that I love to go back and watch films that, like, before actors and actresses hit their stride. So to see all those young actresses, whether it's Donald Faison or again with Brittany Murphy, Paul Rudd, Breckin Meyer, and you see films and TV shows they did around that time, and then obviously, Scrubs comes into play, and Breckin Meyer was in Road Trip, which was such a fun like teen, R-rated comedy. But Paul Rudd was in Friends for a little bit with Phoebe. They get married. I haven't seen that in a while, but at the end they
Yeah.
get together. But I love going back and watching those films where it's like they were, right before they made it huge. And Alicia Silverstone, probably a year or two later, does Batman and Robin, right around that time.
Yeah, it's so right after that movie she got to do excess baggage. She got a big production deal because of Clueless, and she was able to make that movie. And then she did Batman and Robin, and then it kind of, unfortunately, there was a lot of backlash from that, so it kind of stunted her career. So
Mhm.
that was sad to see. Um but yeah, I love, like, when we're watching movies, to see them all kind of reunite in different pieces. Like Brecken and Donald were in Can't Hardly Wait and in Josie and the Pussycats together
Mhm.
again, and then Donald and Brittany Murphy were in Uptown Girls together. So like seeing them all kind of come back to each other was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Learning that Paul Rudd really wanted to play the Christian character and was very disappointed that he didn't get the role was cool. I asked about the individual styles of the actors when Mona was putting their pieces together, and she said a lot of Paul was like his own, some of his own style kind of influenced it, while Alicia was on the complete opposite side. Like she was not a fashion girly, but she really trusted Mona. And I think they've worked on multiple projects after Clueless because of that trust, which is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We've got Soulless Trenchcoat was saying, Don't Look Under the Bed, which is one I haven't seen. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, it's like one of the earlier DComs, and what's really cool is that it was originally supposed to be much darker than it was.
Okay.
So, sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear my phone.
No, it's okay. But it was funny when he was saying that, or that just reminds me of like Halloween Town, and I have Hocus Pocus here, which has just gone on and just had such a massive life. It's crazy how it's, we just watched this on the Disney Channel, and then it went to obviously they made a second film recently, which was okay. It wasn't, it was kind of like a I don't know what you want to call it, like a remake of it. But when I went to Disney World the last time 4 or so years ago, the actresses dress up as the Sanderson sisters, and they host like the Halloween party, like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
Yeah.
So it's gone from like a fun little Disney Channel original movie to like this massive it's in Spirit Halloween. There's like you can buy the dresses and everything.
Yeah.
And it's so cool how it's, I would assume that was on its 30th anniversary, but it's gone from this little thing that, it seemed like nobody else appreciated, but now it's huge,
Hocus Pocus was pretty big when it came out. It came out in the theaters. That one wasn't a DCOM, but I do think it's taken its own life later on in years. It has grown a crazy fan base, but I think it is in part in the fact that it was played on Disney Channel so much when we were growing up. Mm-hmm. And then like from Disney Channel, it was also on like ABC Family, Freeform on the Halloween, like what is it, like 30 Days of Halloween or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was disappointed by the second movie because it like sometimes it's like you missed your mark, like you missed your chance. It's been too long. So I kind of felt like that, and plus we only got the witches. We didn't get like the original cast because like I would have loved to see Thora Birch back and like the original 3 kids as grown-ups because they're available. Like I didn't know why they weren't in it.
Right. Put it this way. I saw it whenever it came out, 2022, 2023, and I haven't seen it again.
Yeah, right.
So it's a streaming film, for lack of a better term. Everyone talks about it the week or the month or whatever, and then they don't go back to rewatch it. But we've got, what else do we have here? We've got Disney has quite a few good kids horror films. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I know it's not Disney, but I always think of Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark, which I think was Nickelodeon. Are You Afraid of the Dark? But those were always fun to watch as a kid. Were you big on horror as a kid, or did you no?
It is a very funny thing on the podcast that I am very scared of. I'm a scaredy cat. So every horror movie we have seen on the podcast has been at my expense. I have to grin and bear it and do it regardless. Luckily, I find that the 90s and 2000s horror movies are very much, they don't scare me. Like, thank God. Yeah. We did Saw 1 and Saw 2 this year, or no, Saw 2 last year. And I'm so thankful that's the last Saw that we have to do. We did the first Saw and I was like, oh, we don't have to do anymore. And Jackie's like, oh no, the second one is still in our time frame. I was like, nah, no thanks.
Well, you did, you definitely, I'm pretty sure you did either Scream or Cursed with Christina Ricci, the werewolf film.
Yes, we did all 3 Scream movies from that time period, so we have no more Scream movies to do, which they are my favorite, though I do love the Scream movies. And we just did Cursed. Cursed was I told Jackie actually, like, that I didn't mind it because it really wasn't scary, and Joshua
Right.
Jackson was in it, so I was happy, but when I
Right.
found out the history of how hard it was to get that movie done, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I would love
absolutely.
to see the original. Like, I wish we could see what the original vision was supposed to be, but I heard that there's not enough. Like, it was never finished because,
Mhm.
like, Skeet Ulrich was supposed to be in the original version of it.
Was he supposed to be Jesse Eisenberg or Joshua Jackson's character?
And the funny thing is, it was like a completely different script.
Okay.
So I don't even. He was the boyfriend, so it would be essentially the Joshua Jackson character, and then Omar Epps, Mandy Moore, and um who is the lady from the Nightmare on Elm Street, the first movie? I can't
On
think
Nightmare
of
on
her
Elm
name.
Street. Oh my goodness.
I think
Should
it's
know that.
Michelle, but she was supposed to be in it, and so they scrapped it, and then new cast members. So Christina was like the only person that stayed, and the movie was supposed to take like a few months, and it took 2 years to finish that movie because they had so many changes.
That's another one too. With there's so many. Isn't like Maya the singer in that one as well? And like
Yeah,
it's like
Shannon Elizabeth. Yeah,
one of the NSYNC guys is in there too. Um,
Lance Bass is just randomly in there for like a few minutes.
I'm like, what is going on here? Who made this executive decision?
I
Um,
don't know.
I love me some NSYNC, but I don't know how that happened. But Soulish Trenchcoat saying something wicked this way comes. Soulish, you're giving me all these films I gotta watch between something wicked this way comes. I've heard of that, but I haven't seen that as well.
I
Again,
haven't seen it either.
that one's got to be earlier though. You can drop it in the comments, but I think I don't think that's the 90s, 80s or 70s or something. Trenchcoat. We've got Cursed. Cursed is awesome. They butchered it a bit. I would have liked to see Craven's full version, but it was fun for what it was. Absolutely. Heather Langenkamp
Thank
was
you.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Yes.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to see her. I think she runs, I could be wrong, but she does some sort of special effects with like her and her husband. So sometimes in horror films she'll do a I guess they hire her company and then she'll work on prosthetics or gore or all that stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah, that is.
So that's awesome. But aren't they doing? I forgot to say this when we were talking about it before. But aren't they doing another Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, or was that a
They
rumor?
they are doing a sequel, and when we talked to Mona, she did confirm. And when we talked to her, they weren't in production yet. But I think more recently, I saw that I think they were starting. So she will be back doing costumes, and I'm very interested to see what the story is going to be. But I'm excited to see it.
Right, that's another one though. Like Hocus Pocus, are you? Because again, it's 20 something years, so so you are excited, but are you? I don't know what's the word like.
I don't have high
Cautious or-
expectations.
there you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it streaming though, or is it going to the theaters?
I don't know. Like, it feels like the studios are too scared to put anything in theaters nowadays. I have a feeling that that's going to go straight to streaming, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Right.
who knows? We'll see. Because Romeo and Michelle is a cult classic now, but like it's not like it was a crazy hit. And it's very much for a niche audience. You know what I mean? Like, I remember growing up and I watched it, but it wasn't like everybody was talking about that movie, I guess.
That's true. I definitely agree. The more, like, again, we were talking about 10 Things I Hate About You and and American Pies and films of that nature. So yeah, that is definitely one that's, I don't say strange getting a sequel, but again, you're like, oh, 20 something years, we're going back to that. But yeah, I'll watch it. Again, like I watched Hocus Pocus 2, I'll watch it and hopefully have fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully have fun with it. Soulish Trenchcoat saying, Something Wicked This Way Comes was 1983. It's a slower film, but has great atmosphere and has an edge to it. They also did Watcher in the Woods from 1983, which is also good. Hey man, absolutely, I gotta
Oh,
check. I
wow.
gotta check all these out. What else can we talk about here? We've got oh, you had a I don't know what to call it, a candy giveaway or something, a no effects
Oh,
giveaway thing that I reposted on my page because I like no effects, like punk rock and all that stuff. But how did that come about? And I loved all the artwork as well, with what I assume would be Fat Mike with holding up the candy and stuff like that. That was really cool. So yeah, talk about that a little bit.
well, we were lucky enough to partner. We have a partnership sponsorship with Rotten Gummies, which is a brand new, like they make sour gummies. So it was very nostalgic of the candies that we grew up eating in the 90s. There's so many sour candies, but the cool
Mhm.
thing about it is that it's, it has less sugar in it. So that's really cool. So we partner with them because they partner with No Effects um, for their. They just had a documentary come out. So Jackie got to go to South by Southwest to see the documentary. Fat Mike was there. He introduced it, and it really like it will never be streaming, he said. So they're
Really?
touring. Yeah, you have to look and see when they're touring if it's anything close to you. But they're
Hmm.
touring around the country to show the movie because Fat Mike really believes it's like something you should experience with a bunch of other people
Hmm.
in the theaters. So Jackie got to see it, and then they launched this collab. So they have a special No Effects um, Rotten Gummies candy line. So it's really cool. So we got to do a giveaway, and we also did a special episode talking about our Warp Tour days.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So if you love Warp Tour, definitely check out
Yes.
that episode. I didn't go to Warp Tour. Jackie definitely went to Warp Tour, and our friend Nick, who we have on the show quite a bit, who Jackie grew
Mhm.
up with, was
Mhm.
on. So they talked about when they went to Warp Tour and who they got to see. So they talked about, I think it was 1999 that they went, 98 and 99, and like Eminem was there, and No Effects was there, New Found Glory was there, Blink
Mhm.
182. So it was a really fun conversation of us talking about that. We tried the candy and talked about that. So it was just like a full circle moment for us personally because Jackie grew up listening to No Effects, and then she got to go to the documentary and we did the giveaway. So it was really cool. And you can find Rotten Gummies um, on TikTok now. I think they're at Costco now. So there's so many places you can try it out, and it's really good. I like that there's no like aftertaste to it, and it doesn't taste like a quote unquote healthy candy, but it is healthier than
Mhm.
less
Is it
sugar.
is Have you tried I call them like the Nerds gummy clusters? It's like a gummy thing and Nerds on top of it. Is it like that?
Very much so. Like
I love those. Okay,
it's
awesome.
very reminiscent of that. So
Yeah.
you can get just like the sour candies, and then there's the rings with the like kind of candy rock thingies
Mhm.
like nerd like candy.
Awesome.
So yeah.
No, I'll definitely have to try it. We've got Stacy saying hi, Trench and Magic and Fees. Thanks from Stacy. Hey, Jason J Car. Do you want a Candyland movie? I don't know. I mean, they made a Clue movie in the 80s, right? So I mean, they board game movies could be a thing. We just had an amazing Barbie movie, obviously. I could see it happening if you get Greta
Yeah.
back or get someone again who would do great production design, and you really have to go for it, and with the outfits and the backgrounds and the production and everything. So I could see that happening. Stacy, what are you thinking, Danielle?
Yeah, I think it's one of the like it has lore to it. It's one of those board games that has like a lot of cutesy characters and the design of it. I think that out of all the board games, that'd probably be a really good one to turn into a movie.
Hmm.
They just announced that they're having a Candyland like pop-up. Derek Barry, the guy I was talking about earlier, he's the one designing it, who designed it. So it should. Let me see when it's coming out, because
Yeah.
that would be really cool to visit. I
Mhm.
feel like it's going to be in California though.
Mhm. You'll have to tell me where you find these pop-ups, because I would have loved to seen the Kevin Smith they did like a movies pop-up from like from Clerks 2 and stuff, and you could actually get food from there. So yeah, I would love to figure out when they do that stuff.
Well, it's with bucket listers. So if you go to the bucket listers website, they do most of the pop-ups.
Okay.
So yeah, you check out bucket listers and you can see if there's one near you. The Candyland Cafe is actually in San Diego, and
Too
it's
far for me.
launching. I know, but if anyone's in San Diego, it's launching July 9th. It's a life-size version of the board game, and they have like interactive spaces like the King Candy's Castle, Jolly's Gumdrop Mountains, and cookie decorating stations, as well as like food and cocktails, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sad I can't go.
Well, I am already going down the rabbit hole of this. Let me see if I can present my screen again. I'll have to look at this when we're done with our stream. But oh my goodness, close to me. Wait, oh, close to me, guys. They've got a Family Guy drunken clam experience in New York City. Listen, we might have to make that happen. I'm in New Jersey. I could take the train, but that is amazing. It says June 4th to August 23rd, so we're still in that range. But oh my goodness, that would be amazing to see.
Yeah, I think it's. I saw. I think it's like on the second story of another building or something. I saw it. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I used to live in New York for a long time, so
Okay.
I missed those days.
Oh my goodness, they have the couch. They have the bar. Oh yeah, this is gotta happen. We gotta make this happen currently. I love it. I also went to, speaking of Philadelphia and stuff, my buddy, I have two friends that one of my best friends lives in New York, and then my other friend lives in Philadelphia. But I went to this thing called I have a video where we went to a Netflix house, which yeah, they might have one in Dallas or Texas as well as Philadelphia. But it was really cool. It's actually in one of the malls. I think it's called, what is that mall? It's a very big mall in Pennsylvania.
Prussia, King of Prussia.
Yes, King of Prussia Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's there. And on the first floor, you walk in, and they had like multiple places you could take pictures with, like Eddie's guitar from Stranger Things, and like Wednesday's A Hand of Thing. And then they have all these things you can pay as well to do that we didn't do, but you could like escape rooms and other things. But and then the second level you go up, and they had what's it called, a cafe, and they had all these sort of themed Squid Games food and all those other things. And but yeah, I love those little gimmicky tie-in things that you can just and buy merch and do all that stuff. So so I'm a sucker, so I'll definitely be checking out Bucket List after or bucket listers after the stream. But we've got Jason saying to Stacy Akers of Movies, hello, hope all is good your way. Stacy was saying, I loved Power Ballad, an underrated movie. Have you seen that one? I have not.
I haven't seen it either.
I rarely go to the movies. The last thing I saw was Scary Movie 6, but I do love me some Paul Rudd, whether it was Clueless or Friends or anything. And I think Nick Jonas, shout out Nick Jonas from the Jonas Brothers, is in that as well. So it's something I would watch, definitely on streaming, but I have not seen it. Stacy saying thanks to Jason. Soulless Trenchcoat saying hey to Stacy Akers. I have not. So Stacy saying, have you been to Kevin Smith's cinema? I have not. I know he purchased some, I don't know where it is in New Jersey, but owns a movie theater, purchased a movie theater or something. I would love to. I know they do small, I'm not sure if they play the new movies or they just play small movies that he wants to screen, because it's very small. It's only a couple screens to my knowledge. But I would love to. I would guess it's around where the Clerks, that's in Leonardo, New Jersey, and his comic book shop is in Red Bank, New Jersey, so somewhere in South Jersey by the beach. I would love to go, but I have not been there personally. Let's see, what have we got? What 3 movie characters would you go on an adventure with? Oh my goodness, That's a good one. You take that first. I need some time to marinate.
Oh gosh. I definitely think this would be hard. Well, okay. So I definitely would go with Harold and Kumar because they definitely go on some interesting
Yes. Yes, they do.
interesting adventures for sure. Oh man. The young kid in me, the 90s kid in me would love to go on an adventure with the Power Rangers. The
Yes.
original, maybe second generation Power Rangers. I liked Aisha a lot. Oh gosh, who else? This is hard. You know, it's a toss up between going to Sky High. Like I would just like to be immersed. The fact that Sky High didn't get a sequel still bothers us so much. But yeah, I would love to go there. And if I was going really 80s, I would say like maybe the Care Bears because they would just be so sweet and nice. And
that's true.
Yeah. It's a lot of characters, but yeah.
That's a good one. If you're going on an adventure, I'm thinking about this logically. I can't remember her name. From the Wild Thornberries. What's the main lead girl in the Debbie? What's her name?
Don't quote me. I don't think I watched those episodes.
The Wild Thornberries. Her name was Eliza Nigel. I think it was Debbie Thornberry. One of them, at least.
It's not Eliza. I thought her sister might have been. The only reason I know them is because of the third Rugrats movie.
Oh, the Rugrats and I think I might have that back there. Yeah, the Rugrats one. I love the Rugrats going to Paris. That one was my favorite one.
Yeah.
Where is that one? Rugrats. Oh, here it is. Yes. Rugrats. Let me make myself bigger. Let's see here.
So there's Rugrats in Paris, and which one is this? Oh, you have all three. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Rugrats Go Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Paris one was my favorite.
Yeah, I can't remember which one I said. I was just on another podcast called Splat Attack, which if you love Nickelodeon from back in the day, they are definitely ones to check out. But we did all three Rugrats movies, and I was definitely like, the third one wasn't my favorite, but I think it's because it was past my prime, right? Like I was older when I saw it, and I never saw the Thornberry show.
So we'll go with the main Eliza, the main lead in Wild Thornberry. She's gonna have all the essentials, right? She's gonna have her backpack, her everything. If ever I need something, she'll have that there. So we're gonna go with her. We're gonna go with another cartoon-esque character. So we have the resourceful character, and then we'll have the we need to keep me if I'm scared or something. We need to keep me happy, like everything's gonna work out. So we'll go Olaf from Frozen.
Oh, so he's gonna
make me happy. Everything's gonna work out. It's gonna be a great adventure. He'll just be the light of the time. And what can we do another? Let's do a human. Let's do a real person. What can we do? I don't know. Maybe Ryan Reynolds. I'm looking at Deadpool right now. Deadpool and Wolverine. Another funny person character. Maybe Ryan Reynolds. Maybe we go him just because who doesn't love Ryan Reynolds?
Well, I got beef with Ryan Reynolds nowadays.
Oh my goodness. Drop the lore. What happened?
But I honestly think in real life I think he's kind of a shitty person, but he's just been really good to hide it for a long time. But also, like when I was younger, you couldn't tell me anything. Like me and Jackie loved Ryan Reynolds and all his movies. But now when you go back and rewatch them, they don't hold up as well. He's very much a one-trick pony.
Yeah, he's definitely a one
for sure. So I can't wait for us to do more. So far, we've only done Just Friends and this very like in the cut movie called I think it was called Teen Monster back in the day, but then they renamed it. Let me see what it was called. It's literally the story of Frankenstein, but like a teen version of it, and Matthew Lawrence is in it. There's a lot of people in it, but it's not great. But it's fun to watch because it's so 90s. Boltnik.
And
and Ryan Reynolds has made a joke about it when he was doing the Deadpool promotion. There, if you go back and look at the first Deadpool promotion, he talks about like Boltnik, which is so meta. But yeah, it's on YouTube if you're ever just bored and you want to
absolutely
how bad it is. You can go check it out.
My non-deep Ryan Reynolds deep cut is Waiting. I still love that film. I haven't seen that in a while, but Dane Cook's in it. So many comedians are hilarious in that film. Great R-rated comedy. But there was a TV show that the only reason I knew about it that he was in was because there was an episode with Blink-182. And it was called like Two Guys, Two Girls, and a Pizza Place or something like that.
Yes, we loved that movie. I mean, that TV show so much. But like can't find it streaming anywhere, which sucks because it was just really funny. Nathan Fillion used to be on that show too. But like I've been watching Ryan Reynolds forever, since the 80s, because he was on this show, like this teen soap opera on Nickelodeon called 15. When he was like really, really young. So just I feel like he's just been in so many different things. Like he was in before Sabrina the Teenage Witch had a TV show, there was a movie first that was on Showtime, not even on Disney yet, before they sold it. And Ryan Reynolds was in that with her, Melissa Joan Hart, which was kind of wild. His hair was so bleach blonde at the time.
And I think he was full circle. Wasn't he in Harold and Kumar? It was like a nurse or doctor or something.
He might have made an appearance in one of them because he was in Van Wilder with what's the actor's name who played
Cal
Kumar?
Penn?
Yes.
Cal Penn?
Yeah, Cal Penn.
That's another one that I loved with him, and Tara Reid was in that too, coming off American Pie or right at the same time. I love it. I love fixating on I don't know if it's because it's when I grew up. I wish I was older than I was, because I don't really at all remember the 90s, but the 2000s were everything to me, whether it's the Nickelodeon stuff or Disney Channel original movies. Did you see the new Shrek trailer that just came out like a day or so ago?
I didn't. I missed it. I'll have to go watch it. I love Shrek.
I love Shrek. It's something. I don't know. The art style is so weird. I can't get over it. Yeah.
But going back to Waiting, I love that one, and Anna Faris was in that with him again. Like she wasn't just friends, but Alana Ubach is like one of my favorite actresses, and I just feel like she deserves so much more, like so many flowers. For the younger generation, they're now introduced to her on Euphoria, but like in Waiting, she's that character who's
like just
yelling all the time. But the range on her is insane. Like you forget which movies she's in. Like she was in I think it was one of the Meet the Fockers movies. And also she played Elle's BFF in the Legally Blonde movie. She was in the Brady Bunch movies. But growing up, we used to see her on Beekman's World. I don't know if you ever, it might be too much of a deep cut.
No,
too young for that.
What's it called?
It was called Beekman's World, where it was like a comedy, but they were doing science. You know how you had Bill Nye? Bill Nye had a show. Beekman's World was like in that same vein, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's really sick. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat for a little bit. We've got Soulless Trenchcoat saying, speaking of Sky High, have you seen Up, Up, and Away a long time ago?
Yes, I have. That's a classic, and it doesn't get talked about enough. I think it was like one of the first Black DComs ever, and Robert Townsend directed it. And Robert Townsend
He
is
started
like,
it, right?
yeah, he
Mhm.
started it. He's that dude for real. Like, if you ever
Love.
look in his career, he's great.
Mhm. Oh yeah, he's been acting for forever.
Yeah, but you know what I'm intrigued by about his career is not only that he was acting, but when the roles were limited for Black actors at the time, he just decided to like take a chance on himself, similar to what Kevin Smith did, like, run up the credit cards, beg for money here and there to be able to make their first projects. And then one project he did first was Hollywood Shuffle in like the 70s, and then he cast like all these other Black actors, and so many people got started because of him doing that, and he was able
Mhm.
to direct. He directed Baps, which me and Jackie talk about a lot on the podcast because we have beef with Roger Ebert. I have a shirt on. It's called, we refer to him as Little Raj on the
Lil
show.
Raj.
So lots of
Amazing.
beef.
We've got Stacy saying love the program. We've got Jason saying I remember the 90s, love that decade. Still, even if I don't remember it, it's my favorite decade. I love the music, the movies, the style, all that stuff. We've got Jason saying he remembers that show. Beaker? You remember the Beakman's
Beekman.
Oh my goodness.
Beekman's World.
It's a tongue twister. Yeah. So we have another shout out in the chat for Beekman's World. I can't even say it. And he says yes, sir. That's amazing. Let's pull up you guys have got a web page on the World Wide Web. This is amazing. I wish I had a page on the internet. It looks great. It looks professional. How did now this came before the YouTube channel, right? Because
The
this is where you
website?
upload where you upload the podcasts.
So we like made a huge mistake. So when we first started the podcast, it was a learning experience. So when we first started the podcast, we decided not to build out a website at first. We did like a kind of like a Linktree, but it wasn't what Linktree, it was like another brand. And one day our link just disappeared because the company got bought out or something. And I was like bugging out because no, I was like, that link is everywhere. So we started with Anchor. So we didn't start posting all the episodes just on the website at first.
Mm-hmm.
And so in a week, I had to put this website together. Luckily, I'm in marketing, so it wasn't too bad. We used this company called Beamly, and it makes it so easy. So like if you have a podcast, I highly recommend using Beamly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just put it together, and all our episodes are there. You can see our merch, you can see all that. Eventually I hope we can start putting some blogs and stuff like that, but yeah.
No, this is great. No more late fees. Ready to rewind for a simpler time. Bring the good times home. We've got the podcast episodes here. We've got what else? Hop on the show. Merch, guys. You gotta grab some merch. We've got, of course, we've got Clueless right there with the Fendi bag and everything.
Yeah, we made an Amazon store. So like we find a lot of like, especially for Halloween, every Halloween we put different 90s costumes ideas, and then we put links to Amazon if you guys are looking for your costumes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just, different movies or games that we like, things we use for podcasting, we just put it all in our Amazon store. So if you're curious, you could definitely check that out.
No, that's awesome. We've got the Patreon, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. We've got the buy us a coffee, Redbubble merch. This is cool. Is this one of those pop-up events? You've got the bananas and the
okay, so Jackie and I wanted to take our photos, do like a photo shoot. And so we ended up in Austin. I went to visit in Austin, and we went to they don't have them anymore, which sucks, but they used to have like, you would go in and they would have different sections. You could just take pictures with your own camera, and they would have like the stands, and and it was really cool, but they closed them down. So,
Mhm.
but that was our first photo shoot. And
Hey,
then the
that's
second
awesome.
one we did at Meow Wolf. So if you've ever been to Meow Wolf, those are so fun. We went to one in Houston. There's one
Okay.
in I think in Las Vegas. There's
Mhm.
I don't know, you've probably seen them on TikTok or something, but it's
Mhm.
really cool. You walk through and like there's one thing that looks like a soda machine, and then you open it and you walk through a door, and one's a
Yeah.
refrigerator, that kind of thing. Those are
Mhm.
really cool. So we took a bunch of pictures at that one too.
I would love to, I've seen them before, but I've never been to one in person. I'd love to go to one of those.
Yeah, they're so much fun. I love those kind of photo moments.
We've got, but this just looks great, professional. We got the reviews here and everything. This is awesome. From one '90s kid to another. This is so cool to just have your own web page and everything like that. So no, this is
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else can we do here. Let's see. We've got um if you could recast any movie, what would you choose from Stacy? Oh, that's a
Hmm.
good question. If you could recast
Recast.
anything, I don't
You
know.
know what? I don't know if I would recast per se, but I would love to do a now and then movie, and but have it where the now is now and the then is the 90s, like they did back then, where the now was 90s and the then was 60s.
Hmm.
I would love to like do that and have that recast, and even like having maybe the original cast, maybe it's their kids or something. Like it would just be, I felt like that movie was such a testament to my childhood,
Hmm.
you know.
I've heard for so many years that they were going to redo Back to the Future and
Mhm.
do the same thing, like start from now in the 2020s and then go back to the 90s or even the 2000s, and because again it was the 80s and they went back to like the 50s.
Yeah,
So that would be cool to do something like that.
I
I
don't know,
totally.
some I feel like that would I don't you would have to really do that thing, because that movie is so, all
It's
those
one of the
movies
best.
are such, yeah.
Mhm.
But they are doing that with 13 going on 30, and I did a video on TikTok. I was mad about it. I was like, do not touch this movie, but they're doing it. They're gonna do it. So interested to see how that goes.
Have you seen the? I don't know what song it is, but I think Ariana Grande did like a music video for 13 Going on 30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she had the dress, she did the dollhouse. A lot of her videos are homages to those movies. A lot of the movies we covered, she did one for Bring It On. Um, what other? Oh gosh,
She did the
because
Mean Girls one too.
she did Mean Girls,
Like,
yeah,
Thank
and
You
then
Next. That I remember.
yeah, and Sabrina Carpenter too. She did the like her one of her videos was Death Becomes Her, like homage.
Oh,
So that
okay.
was cool. Yeah.
Hmm. That's awesome.
Um, yeah, Olivia Rodrigo, she had some references in some of her music videos to like the Mandy Moore character in Princess Diaries, like with the cheerleading outfit. So it's cool
Mhm.
to see these younger Gen Zers pay homage to that time frame.
I agree. Ariana Grande is probably the same age, if not a couple years older, a couple years younger than I am. But that's cool for her to go back to her childhood, and the same thing you were saying with people that might have not been born or a couple years old. I don't know. I feel like the younger generation sometimes kind of like, for lack of a better term, like passes things off, like, oh, we don't care about, like, it's not, if it's not now, then they don't really care about it. But they've really brought back the Y2K fashion and all that stuff. So it's cool because I feel like in the 2010s we were having a 90s resurgence, and I think now for the last couple years, maybe since past COVID, so 2020s and stuff, we've been having this Y2K thing, which is awesome. I love it and love watching creators and stuff. Whether it's just showing flip phones or CDs or cassettes and stuff, and just reliving I don't know, what we all went through, CD binders and everything. So it's awesome. No, it's really sick.
Yeah.
We've got, what else do we got here? Stacy saying, would you like to see Menace to Society legacy sequel and or streaming program? It would be hard because I think the main character, I don't remember his name, has passed away. Well, not passed away, but in the film
Yeah.
he was killed. So I don't know if I would want it remade. But
I think culturally that movie speaks to that time so specifically. I don't even think it would make any sense nowadays, because of what was happening in California at that time. Like, it's obviously there's still stuff happening in California, but not in the same way. It was almost like a message in a bottle. Like, it's not the same. So I don't think so. And I'm glad those stories they were able to be told at that time. But I'm glad also that after those movies, we had like a Black Renaissance with movies, and we got to see, I think the world got to see a different side of like the Black experience in America, so that it wasn't just violence, even though those stories were very important to tell. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that film, we were talking about directors before, but just probably my favorite Hughes Brothers film. I like Dead Presidents.
Yeah.
But and funny enough, his film with Denzel Washington, Book of Eli, was like the first, maybe the first R-rated film I saw in theaters.
Yeah.
We like begged one of my best friend, who now lives in New York, who I was talking about before. I would have been 14 in 2010, so we needed an adult or whatever to go into the theaters with us. It was rated R, but we loved Denzel Washington and Training Day and all that stuff, and it just seemed cool, this like post-apocalyptic film. And he took us, and yeah, so that's one of those films that, again, not like a like a huge cult classic or anything, but one of those films I remember seeing in theaters, and one of the first R-rated films. And again, that was a Hughes Brothers film. But if you had to pick one, I'm probably forgetting something, but Menace to Society, Dead Presidents, Book of Eli, or something else, what would you pick from him? Such a big director.
Did they do, funny enough, I feel like they did that movie with Johnny Depp, From Hell, and that was just such a departure from the other movies they did that I thought that was kind of cool.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I did like Book of Eli, but I think Menace to Society just was such a culture shock, because I'm an East Coast girly, so I was like, I don't know what's going on over there.
Right.
We didn't have the internet. Very different. Yeah, it's very different than like, I mean, obviously everything that we knew about the West Coast was from like watching MTV, watching the beef between, the beef that they were telling us that was happening between East Coast, West Coast, and then like watching the Rodney King, the reactions to after Rodney King and what happened then. That was like, you were too young for when that happens, but like that was on the news. We were watching that in real time, and then we were seeing it showcased in like our television, like even like Fresh Prince kind of talked about it a bit. So that was just like, wow, this is insane.
What? How early was that? I was probably way too young. That was just horrible.
Like 1992, maybe 91. Okay. It was very early 90s when that happened. Yeah.
90. 91? Yeah, 91.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The LA riots happened in 1992.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got Stacy saying, make Good Burger 3. I wasn't the big, I did like Good Burger 2. Again, one of those long-awaited sequels, 20-something years. I really felt like they kind of captured the
essence of it.
Essence and the the set designs and everything. And I did like Good Burger 2. It wasn't like it wasn't a disappointment for me. I don't know if I would make another one. I'm kind of surprised that they did this one.
Yeah.
But what are you thinking, Danielle?
I didn't see the second one. Honestly, I don't even know if I saw the first one, to tell you the truth. So,
oh my goodness.
I was more of a Disney kid, but so at that point, I feel like I wasn't watching, like, I was like the first generation of all that. And then when like Kenan and Kel got their show, like I wasn't watching that. Like I was kind of older.
Really? Okay.
But I did watch Nickelodeon a little bit later because my sister and I are 10 years apart. So there was a time where she was like growing up watching it. So I ended up seeing like Unfabulous,
Mm-hmm. Well, Drake and
iCarly, all
Josh.
that stuff, Drake and
Mm-hmm.
Josh. Like I saw a lot of that through her. And that's the only
Mm-hmm.
reference point I had. So it's like there's a gap in my Nickelodeon lore
Okay.
that I didn't really watch. Yeah.
Well, that is one, definitely the original. So obviously, you
Hmm.
definitely see the original Good Burger as soon as you can because it's so classic and so so of its time. But obviously, Keenan and Kel and just the magic of them being young and coming off all that. And so you liked all that. You were big into that show.
Oh yeah, that was
Mhm.
like must see watch. Like when we were in middle school and you came to school, you had to have said that like you watched Snick, right? It was
Yep.
like Clarissa Explains It All. It was Are You Afraid of the Dark
Hmm.
and all that. Oh, and also Round. Oh, what is it? Roundhouse. Round. Oh, there was this other show that they were singing and stuff. I don't remember.
Hmm.
It's a lot of Nickelodeon stuff.
Even just the theme song of all that, like TLC and like them
I
jumping all around and
know.
like making faces and stuff, the kids in slow motion. It's so I don't know if we knew it in the time, but like it's funny how it's so I don't know, if you're watching it at the time, you're not like, this is so 90s. But then if you go back, you're like, if you go back and just put it on your TV right there, you're like, everything about this is over the top, cranked up to 11, like 90s and stuff. But that makes me sort of like it more because it sort of is just
Yeah.
like turn off your brain, put your phone on mute or do whatever and just watch it. And whether it's what's his name, Keenan in like the bathtub saying words in French or
Yeah. Or gibberish.
gibberish or whatever he's saying, and or the Amanda show with like the dancing lobsters and all that sort of slapsticky child humor that is just like just hysterical. Some of those skits in the Amanda show too are just so funny.
Amanda was just truly so talented. Like for her to be so young and have the comedic timing that she did was it's just makes me so sad to think about like what happened there.
Mhm. I'm liking this. I don't know if I would call it a renaissance, but I think there was definitely a time where Kel was I don't know, just trying to get back into acting or something. And I don't know what it was specifically, but I think he was some sort of main character on a Nickelodeon show that was
Yeah, the Keenan and Kel show.
oh no, I meant like recently. Like I don't know if it was before Good
Oh,
Burger 2, but there was another kid show that I wouldn't know the name off the top of my head, but
gotcha,
he sort
gotcha.
of
Yeah.
he sort of came back to helped him come back into acting. It might have been, is it Game Shakers?
Oh,
Um
maybe. Let
Maybe
me
one of these
see.
Henry Danger or something. One of these Nickelodeon shows that just came out, or I shouldn't say just came out, but doing a lot of voice acting and stuff. And again, such another talented person that deserves all the praise in the world. Um,
Yes, Game Shakers, you're right. It
James,
came out
yeah,
from 2015 to 2019.
yeah,
And when like the pop-ups I keep talking about
yeah.
that Derek Barry made, they made a Good Burger one and Kel was
Oh,
there, which was really cool. And
uh-huh.
then they partnered again because he did a burger, I think it's like a burger competition. I think it might be annual, so that's kind of cool too.
That is
So
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, it's nice to see him because I think him and Keenan might have had some beef because like his career was kind of stuck for a second there, but
Mhm.
it's good to see that they're like still cool and they're able to do stuff and they came back for the movie. So
Yeah, it's crazy that Keenan went on to. I always wondered why Kel didn't go on SNL. I don't know if they wanted to separate themselves, and I guess Keenan got on, and then not. But it seemed like the natural evolution from like all that being the kids SNL to Keenan gets on there, and he might still be on there. He's been on for like 20 something years.
he is still
Shocking.
on there. I
Awesome, but still shocking. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, Kel didn't pan out, and to me it was funny. I always thought Kel was more the, I don't know how you say it specifically, but like Kel was the jokey one, or the and the
Yeah,
guy who played it straight laced was Keenan. He was sort of the
yeah.
every man's man. But So if I had to pick one of the two, I was surprised that Keenan was more. And Keenan had his own TV show. He was in. Speaking of Mike, he was in the Mighty Ducks, right?
Yeah, he was in the second and the third movie
Mm-hmm.
as Russ. And more recently, this year, he was at one of the Anaheim Ducks games, and he was holding up a Mighty Ducks 4 script as a joke, I think. Yeah.
Listen, I hope so. I mean, who knows, right?
I don't know why they're not. I did watch the Game Changers TV show, the Mighty Ducks show that they had. And I watched the first season. I didn't watch the second season, but I was really sad that like more of them didn't come back, but a few of them did. But I definitely could see them make another movie with a whole new set of kids and the old kids there, or like Joshua Jackson being the
coach.
Because I'm like, he was just in the Karate Kid movie that came out, and I was like, okay, so if he's doing this, why wouldn't he do a Mighty Ducks movie? Like,
right.
I feel like I'm going to predict it. I feel like in the next few years we will see it because he's got a daughter, and it's like whenever actors start having kids, that's when you start seeing them do more younger kid movies because they want their kids to be able to see something that they worked on, you know?
I hope so.
Yeah,
I would love it. Have you done, or if not, I'm gonna drop a topic for your next video. Speaking of Kenan Thompson, have you done the Fat Albert from the 2000 early 2000s? That's
have not done it yet, but
would you do it?
Of course, yeah. If it's in that time frame, we're definitely, especially like more comedies. The dramas are a little bit hard because we joke so much on the show. So every now and again, we'll throw one in there. But if it was a comedy and it was in our time frame, we're for sure going to try to do it. Right now, I am trying to talk to one of the actors from that movie to be on the show. So I'm like, fingers crossed. So we can get some tea about what happened.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm trying to see real quick before we wrap it up if there's any other topics that are like, we did Mighty Ducks, we did what else did we do? You have other again, the shorter episodes too, like the you were talking about Just Friends was a longer one, but drafting the ultimate zombie crew horror movies debate.
Oh yeah. So sometimes when we have a movie, we'll do like we'll rank, or that one was like, I think we were doing Dead.
I see Kill Bill, Dawn of the Dead, and Ryan Reynolds from Blade.
Okay. We did Dawn of the Dead. And so before we were ranking like who, if we were in a zombie apocalypse, which characters from which movies we would have on our team to help us. I think I picked John Wick and the Bride from Kill Bill, and because legit think they would. And Blade. I think those were my three. Because I would feel very safe. Even though Blade is a vampire, I still trust him more than a zombie.
No, absolutely. Blade that is one of the films that I'm so glad that we have it. There was for a time talks that Mahershala Ali was gonna be in the new Blade, and then it just never happened. But
I think they were filming like that. That is going to be one of those like documentaries we watch later to find out what the hell happened, what went wrong. He would have been a perfect Blade. I think the issue I had, because I love Blade Down. I don't like the Trinity movie as much, but the first two with Wesley Snipes, perfect casting. I didn't like that they were trying to do this new Blade and didn't include him, right? Like, because truly the MCU wouldn't be the MCU without that first Blade movie. That was the first time that they knew this would work, right? And it saved Marvel essentially from going bankrupt, the residuals from that movie. So I just thought it would have been really good to have him in it, you know?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone asked if I've never seen any Blade movies where
Jason. Oh my goodness. I've never seen a Blade movie. Yeah. Even just the opening scene with like the blood and the blood rave or whatever you want to call it is absolutely amazing. I think there's characters that it would be impossible to recast if this film doesn't come out, it would be impossible to recast someone. Wesley Snipes is Blade. Tony Stark is Tony Stark. Geez, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Like some of these people have just knocked it out of the park. That it's really hard to picture someone else to be that person. Same thing as Danielle said. The first two are phenomenal. Third one is I still have fun with it. It gets a little bit campier.
Yeah.
And you get you even get like was Jessica Biel the female lead in the film?
Yeah. So you have Jessica Biel as Whistler's daughter, and then you have Ryan Reynolds as Hannibal King. So very much like at the time I remember liking it, but then I think it's because I found out like the behind the scenes stuff that was happening and how essentially Ryan Reynolds was trying to take over the movie.
And then
going back to my and Wesley Snipes being like, what the hell? So I think when that last Deadpool movie came out, Ryan Reynolds really tried to like bury the hatchet with him. And it was nice that he included him, because it's true. Like we got to see Hugh Jackman have in the Wolverine movie kind of have like a really good ending, and Blade, I think, definitely deserved it, because not many of those movies got at least, all three movies made. Right. So
no, absolutely. One last thing I want to touch on. You have such a great, I don't even know what to call it, but we were talking about Brinked before, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot another roller skating movie. You did one on Roll Bounce, which is another one of my favorites. Again, another one of those coming of age films where before all these actors and actresses blew up, right? So obviously Bow Wow and Megan Good, and she goes on to do so many things. I have down there somewhere Stomp the Yard, which she was the female protagonist in, with Columbus Short and everything. But that's another one of those films that it just, again, before people get huge. I used to love Like Mike. I used to watch that with him all the time, which was probably before Roll Bounce and before Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. But it's so funny how like I think of myself as like doing the ping pong thing. When you start with a Roll Bounce, and then you go to Like Mike, and then you go to like Lottery Ticket, or just one of those films that like I haven't thought about in a long time. But do you have a favorite? I don't even know where I was going with that. I was just gushing over it. But who else did I love? Who else was in?
I love Journey Smollett is in that movie as well. And oh gosh, I don't, now it's like it gets to people in that movie.
Nick Cannon was in there, right?
Nick Cannon is in it, and so is Wesley Jonathan, and the guy from Vampire Diaries is randomly Paul. What's his name? Oh, it's gonna kill me now. One of the Salvatore brothers.
Paul
Wesley. Is it Paul Wesley? I don't know. Could have been.
Yes, Paul Wesley is Troy.
Yeah, he's randomly in that movie. I just think that's a really good coming of age movie, and has a great soundtrack. It's just a sweet movie, And they just had its, I think, 20th anniversary last year, so that was cool.
That's crazy. Speaking of Lottery Ticket, Brandon T. Jackson's also in Roll Bounce.
Yes.
He was one of those people where like, I don't want to say he fell off the earth, but like he was huge. Like he really was very big when I mean Tropic Thunder, and he's a lot of
the Percy Jackson movies.
Percy Jackson, Big Mama's House, and I don't know. It stinks. I feel like a lot of if you were there, you remember he was very big. I don't want to say he was like a Kevin Hart or something, but he really was very popular, and then he sort of just fell off, for lack of a better term. I wonder what happened to his.
I don't know.
That stinks. But guys, we were getting to the time, an hour and a half. I'm going to edit a little bit of a video. I have to do Toy Story 4 before the new one comes out this weekend, which hopefully I'll be able to see. But we got Jason saying, well, we got Stacy saying favorite 90s thriller. Easiest one, I just go Silence of the Lambs. But what were you thinking?
That's such a good one. Cape Fear is really good, and they're remaking that, so I'm interested to see how that's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, Javier Bardem. Bardem is going to be in it. I loved Fear with Reese Witherspoon and
Mark
Wahlberg.
Yeah.
It's not as much of a thriller, but it's still, you know. Gosh, there's probably so many more that I'm going to be mad that I forgot to think of. But yeah.
No, those are good ones. We've got Jason saying one more. Brink was a great movie. I think it was, yes, a Disney Channel movie. My guy, what's his name? Walter Emanuel was in there as well. One of the Power Rangers. And
yes, funny story. We posted a video about how they messed up his hairline. Somebody on set and like, and
I think I've seen that. Yeah, it's like the worst in history. And
he responded in the comments, and he was like, "Y'all gotta let this go."
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. He must go to a lot of I don't know what they call them, like 90s conventions or something. And Power Rangers.
Yeah, he goes to a ton of cons. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. We've got Jason saying, "Great live stream. Have a great night." So I will make the floor. I will make the floor yours. Everyone, I've linked in the description the No More Late Fees podcast in their YouTube channel in the bio. But do you have anything coming up you want to plug? Do you want to say anything to the people? The floor is yours, Danielle.
Oh, wow. If you love 90s and 2000s movies and a little bit of a laugh and just reminiscing, definitely check out the podcast. We are on all podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, and we have our YouTube channel. We're also on TikTok and Instagram, and we post, our thoughts on movies and things that are popping up in the news that are still like throwbacks to that time frame. So yeah, and we have a quick drop where you can leave a message about your days at Blockbuster. If you miss it, any movies you want us to do, just hit us up. We have a really fun community on social, so we'd love for you guys to join us.
Thank you so much, Danielle. So hang out a little bit. We'll talk a little bit backstage, but we're going to end the stream. Thank you, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.